Hi everybody, it's Penny Duncan at Penny Duncan Creations. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I'm feeling better, so I thought I would go ahead and try to do one on a flower that I shared on my blog the other day that I created. And it was a carnation, and this is how they turn out. They're really fun to make, and you can do them in, gosh, so many different colors. Here's just some that I did them in. I did them in pink and red. I did some in pink, or actually more of a purple or raspberry color, and some yellow. And you know, the possibilities are endless. Just really depends on what you want to do them in. So I did this design, and then just a bit ago I worked up another one. This type of a look of a carnation. So it just depends on which design of the carnation that you like. But I thought I would show you real quickly how easy it is to work them both up. I mean, they're super simple. And I have decided that I'm going to share these files on my blog in case you might be interested. I really did enjoy doing that before, so I thought I would sporadically share a file or two if I felt like it was something that somebody might enjoy working with. So, but these are the carnations, and I'm just going to show you how I made this particular version right here. And I started out with the file itself. This is the design of the file, and I cut out 4 of these to make up this carnation flower. And then I also have one of the leaf base. The other carnation design I have is this one, and you can see the edges are each different on each petal. And I cut 5 of these, and then a leaf base, which I've included the leaf base in the file as well. So the first one we're going to do is this one, and I have my my mat. And what I did, you know, you can get this Heartfelt Creation deluxe flower kit. Well, I have this, and this is the tool, you know, where you can pull these out and interchange them. But I didn't like how these rubber pieces kept sliding every time I would shape my flowers, so I decided to just take it and put my own spin on it, and I covered it in polymer clay and some clay flowers I had made some time back, and it gives it a nice good grasp for me to hold it. Just covered it in the clay and then put it in my clay oven for 20 minutes. I think it was at 225, and it's really hard. And then I took some clear crayon spray and just coated it so it's got a good cover on it, and I can still remove my tips out and put them in. Super easy. It's pretty nice, and you know, you get this mat in it to do the flowers. But as you can see, I've done a Dickens to this mat, and it's not real thick. So I was at work a couple weeks ago, and I happened to find these 2 thick mouse pads. There's fabric on the other side of it, and I thought, well, that would give me enough cushion so that I could really shape my flowers the way I wanted to. So I just took some double-sided adhesive, put between it, and then stuck them together, and it's perfect. So this is what I'll be using to shape my flowers. So I'm going to take the first ones, the first flower, and lay them out, and I'm only going to use 4, and I'm going to take the largest end of my tool, and it's not the largest tool, it's I believe, let me see, my flowers end up being about 1.5 inches, so it's the 3rd largest tip on the flower tool. So I'm just going to go around each one of them, just kind of like pulling them from the outside in till it cups it, and then take and run it in the center until it gives us a cup shape like this. And then I flip it over and do this until I get this type of a look to it. And I repeat this same step for all 4 layers of this file. I did forget to tell you that first, before I did all this, I took an ink pad, whatever color you wanted for this particular one with the white base, and I just went around the edges with my ink For this one, I happen to use the Recollections brand ombre in the blues, and just hit the edges on both sides of the flower so that regardless you would be able to see the color no matter which side you were looking at of the flower. So I'm going to go back and finish these other two layers really quick, and these work up super fast. And then I got one more to do. Exact same steps. And flip it over and do it in the center. Okay, so we have all four of these that are all cupped the exact same way. Okay, I'm going to take the first one and I'm just going to put a dab of glue in the middle, and then I'm going to scrunch this up till it all sticks on each other, like so. So it's all just bunched up and it's stuck. Okay, so I'm going to set that down, pull up my next one. I'm going to again put glue in the center, and then I'm going to take this piece and set it into the middle and scrunch this up around that piece. Hold it till it sets. And then you can see so far how that looks. And the rest of it is even easier. So then I flip it over and I put some glue on the bottom. Take my next flower, set it in, and again hold it till it sets, and repeat that step one last time. Glue on the bottom. Take my flower base, stick it in there, and hold it till it sets. Okay, so we have this part. So now I just need to take my leaf base, and you can see I've also inked the edges with brown, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take the largest size tip that I had in this end, and I'm going to just roll it on the edges to curl them, flip it over, and make a cup out of the center of that, like so. Put a little glue in it, and then set my flower down into it and hold it till it sets. And that is how easy it is to make this carnation flower. You gotta excuse all the glue strings. Don't they drive you crazy? Okay, so then I have that carnation. Isn't that pretty? So then we're going to do this version basically the very same way of assembling it as we did the other one. Again, I went around and I hit the edges on both sides with my ink pad that I wanted to use for the color. Now, you know, you can see the other ones I did some colored paper, but with these I just wanted the tips of it to be blue, so that's why I did that. Strictly your preference, okay? So I'm going to flip this. I'm going to use this end of it, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to drag it from the outside in all the way around that flower. Got one more to do. Kind of roll around in the center, and I'm going to flip it over and do the center piece. Put a dab of glue in the middle. Scrunch it together. Hold it till it sets. Excuse me for taking that off camera. Okay. Then once that sets, I move on to the next one and repeat the same process the exact same way. Just going over each petal so I can curl the edges of it. Do the center, flip it over, do the center again till it makes a cup out of it. Put some glue there. Take the one that I just did this way, set it in the center, and lift it up. And I do kind of try to stagger the splits of each petal with the other layer prior. so it's not all lined up and it's got a little bit of randomness to it. So that's how that part looks. And then I repeat that same process, roughing up the edges. And this edge too. Roll around in the center, flip it over, put some glue right there. Set this in the middle, staggering my splits in the flour. Hold it up until it sets. Repeat the same step again, doing the edges till you get the effect that you like on them. Go around the center, flip it over so it cups. A spot of glue in the middle. Set your piece in, letting it stagger the layers. Hold it till it sets. Okay. And then we just have one more layer to do to complete this part of it. Rough up the edges, pulling from the outside in. Cup the center, flip it over, cup the center again that way. Put a touch of glue in the middle. Take your flour, set it in the middle, staggering the layers. Hold it till it sets. You see that now? Then we want to do the leaf base again. Using the same leaf base, I've inked the edges, so I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to cup the leaf with the ball of my stylus, flip it over and cup the center. Put some glue in the center and set my flower in that. And that finishes that file. See how easy that was to work up? So then you can decide which flower version you like better, or maybe use them both in a project. Do them whatever color that you want. Possibilities are endless. You can make these obviously as big as or as small as you want for whatever project you're working on. You can work up a bunch of them to keep them on hand like I'm doing. So for whenever you have a particular project you're working on, you've got them ready to go. So that is my design for this carnation, 2 different ways. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any other flower designs that you would like to see me try to work up, I would be happy to try to give it a go. I'm really enjoying getting back into my flower creating again. But I want to thank you for taking time to watch this with me and giving me a few minutes out of your day. I hope that you'll come by and visit with me again. You're welcome to check out my blog at pennyduncancreations.blogspot.com. And I wish you all a very blessed day. Thank you so much.